Yo, what's up, world? It's your boy Sway.
Hello. My
name
is
Jeremiah.
welcome.
I was born January 19th, 1988 in Temple, Texas. This is me and our family dog, Chiquita. This is my mom, Carla Zettles, my support and my best friend. She taught me how to be selfless. We didn't stay in Temple for too long, maybe a year or so. And this is my dad, Pedro Gonzalez. My dad's a civil engineer. Because of this, we moved around a lot. My two brothers were born. Jared on September 11th, 1991, and Dylan on February 16th, 1993. Because we moved around a lot, it wasn't really easy for me to keep friends. I was always meeting new friends, saying goodbye to friends. The only person who was always consistent in my life was really my mother. A lot of my childhood was like this. We would move, get a new house, go to another school. I don't really remember that much. I got into swimming. I honestly just remember moving. I don't even really have any photos from this period. The photos that you're seeing right now I had to pull from Facebook. And then, this summer going into 4th grade, we moved to New Orleans. Whenever people ask me where I'm from, I always say New Orleans. Moving to New Orleans was certainly a culture shock, but it was one that I actually enjoyed. I met new people. I learned that not everybody's like me. I learned to accept others for who they are. The person that I am today definitely comes from the lessons that I've learned in New Orleans. Then, in the summer going into freshman year, we moved. High school was a lot like before we moved to New Orleans. I know that I did it, I just don't really remember any of it. After high school, I kind of didn't really do much of anything. I didn't think that school was important, so I worked and spent time in Houston. In 2009, I moved from Houston to Kingsville in order to go back to school and get my life together.
Last night took an L, but tonight I bounce back, boy. I've been broke as hell. Catch the check and bounce back.
And then I got into an accident and busted my face open while riding my bicycle. After my accident, I transferred to Texas A&M Corpus Christi in pursuit of a special education degree. I didn't have a car, so I still rode my bike in order to get to school. After the journey that I had gone through, it was pretty cool to finally graduate. But I knew I didn't want to stop there. I knew that there was more that I wanted to do. After graduating, I moved to San Marcos, where I enrolled in Texas State, got into the GT admin program, and began being a special ed teacher. I got a dog, Marlon. I got a girlfriend. I no longer have to use Uber or ride my bike. Education's really made me a lot structured and a lot more focused and a lot more determined in my life, and I can't wait to see what happens, what the next step is. Looking back at the cover personality results, I noticed that was a little bit of everything. I was orange because I had confidence and I enjoy having fun. I was blue because I value friendship and I value honesty. I'm green because I find joy in exploring new ideas. And then I'm gold because I need a sense of belonging. I need to feel like I belong somewhere. I think that definitely comes from the way I was raised and me moving around so much. You can see this in my LSI scores. Whenever it was myself, I judged highest and perfectionist.
And you don't even have to try?
I try really hard, actually.
Whenever others judge me, they judge me highest and humanistic, encouraging.
Name. Whatever, his name is Mr. Gonzalez. I gravitated more towards Mr. Gonzalez because he took an interest in me and I was like, okay, feelings mutual, I have an interest in you.
Mr. Gonzalez is a really good teacher because he's there for you no matter what, and if there's an issue, he will be there.
Okay.
Mr. Gonzalez is not the type of person to judge you, or he's not the type of person to make you feel bad. He's someone you can trust and have to help you with your future.
The reason I chose Mr. Gonzalez was because if I went to the teachers, they would tell me to go to the counselor, and he actually listens to me.
One of your biggest strengths is like helping kids with their problems and like helping building a relationship.
Okay.
Good evening, London. Allow me first to apologize for this emergency channel. I do, like many of you, appreciate the comforts of the everyday routine, the security of the familiar, the tranquility of repetition. Bloody hell. I enjoy them as much as any bloke. But in the spirit of commemoration, whereby those important events of the past, usually associated with someone's death or the end of some awful bloody struggle, are celebrated with a nice holiday, I thought we could mark this November the 5th, a day that is sadly no longer remembered, by taking some time out of our daily lives to sit down and have a little chat. There are, of course, those who do not want us to speak.
Just let me think.
I suspect even now, orders are being shouted into telephones, and men with guns will soon be on their way.
It's Chancellor Sutler.
Damn it! Why? Because while the truncheon may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to meaning, and for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with this country, isn't there?
You designed it, sir. You wanted it foolproof. You told me every television in London.
Cruelty and injustice, intolerance and oppression. And where once you had the freedom to object, to think and speak as you saw fit, you now have censors and systems of surveillance coercing your conformity and soliciting your submission.
We need cameras.
How did this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those who are more responsible than others, and they will be held accountable. But again, truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror. I know why you did it. I know you were afraid. Who wouldn't be? War, terror, disease. There were a myriad of problems which conspired to corrupt your reason and rob you of your common sense. Fear got the best of you, and in your panic you turned to the now High Chancellor Adam Sutler. He promised you order, he promised you peace, and all he demanded in return was your silent, obedient consent.
Inspector, you're almost through.
Last night, I sought to end that silence. Last night, I destroyed the Old Bailey to remind this country of what it has forgotten. More than 400 years ago, a great citizen wished to embed the 5th of November forever in our memory. His hope was to remind the world that fairness, justice, and freedom are more than words. They are perspectives. So if you've seen nothing, if the crimes of this government remain unknown to you, then I would suggest that you allow the 5th of November to pass unmarked. But if you see what I see, if you feel as I feel, and if you would seek as I seek, then I ask you to stand beside me 1 year from tonight, outside the gates of Parliament, and together we shall give them a 5th of November that shall never, ever be forgotten.
Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's fear.
so we can continue our story to another place. The end of one story is merely the beginning of another.